All right, hey, welcome back to Preserving Your Family History in Fun and Modern Ways. Today we are going to focus on ProShow, using ProShow to preserve that family history. And what ProShow is a video and photo kind of software where you can create videos of the photos and montages and things, adding your music, your videos, your pictures. You can even add documents if you want. So it is something I've used for a long time and I love it. So let's go ahead and get you seeing how it works. So I'm going to share my screen with you and get started. All right, so ProShow. I'm going to show you an example of it really quick. This is just a memorial video I put together for my husband's grandpa when he passed away. And what's so great about ProShow is it has a wizard that you can just make things really fast and easy. So if you just collect the pictures, I'm going to hop to the middle because it kind of has some cooler effects. But what I love, and you can see in watching this, there is music playing for some reason. When I do this on Google Photos, it doesn't usually play it through it, so I won't be surprised if you can't hear it. But it's just pretty classical music. They have lots of free audio you can use. And then I feel like it's got a very classy, nice presented look, and it has a very professional feel with very little effort. So that's my favorite thing about it, and I use it all the time for different things, events and things like that. So let's go ahead and hop on over, back to ProShow, and we can look at it so that you can see exactly how it works. So we're going to go here, and then we're going to pop open, and you can either just Google ProShow, or it's actually photodex.com. because Photodex is the company that makes it. So you can see that right there. All right, so this is the website. This is where you're gonna go. And I would totally recommend just downloading it for a month. You get to try it for free for a month. So if you click that try it free button, they're gonna give you 3 options. There's ProShow Gold, ProShow Producer, and ProShow Web. I honestly don't recommend Web. I haven't loved it for myself, but it's just super, super limited. So unless you're making something really short and little, I would recommend getting one of the programs that you actually download, which I know is old school, but it's worth it to me. So click on, so Gold is actually the cheap version. I can't honestly remember. We'll show you. $69.95. ProShow is $250. So start with Gold. It's going to have more than you could possibly need. I ended up upgrading to Producer at some point just because I wanted more effects and things, but but Gold has a ton on its own. So go ahead and click that try it free. Then you can download it like just with all the normal things. So what we're going to do is I already have it installed on my computer. So I'm going to just pop over to my start menu and I'm going to open it. And I'm going to show you really quickly how you can just throw something together really fast. Now, ProShow has some amazing tutorials. They have an entire set of tutorials that I use all the time to learn more and get to know more things about the program. So I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this. I just want to give you a feel of how simple it can be. So when you open ProShow, it's going to have you choose whether you want to start with a blank show, a template, or wizard. For a quick show, I always recommend just using wizard. It's awesome. So we'll show you how it works. Click create. It's going to do it really easy. If it looks a little bit different in Gold, that's okay. It's all very similar settings. Just kind of create with the wizard and go ahead and get started. And all of these will explain what each thing is. We're not going to take the time to look over that today, but you can when you're starting it. So go ahead and open that up. Then it's going to have you pick a theme. And what I love about the themes is they already have beautiful, wonderful themes put together, but then you can also take it and you can adjust it to fit what you like most. So this classic dark is the one I typically go to because I am honestly typically doing memorial videos or things that are more on a serious level, but they have some that are more upbeat like the celebration, and you can read the kind of descriptions over here. So you can see I took that classic dark, but I added styles and transitions that I love that it didn't include in it. It was maybe a little more basic than what I wanted. So we'll click that one and click continue. And then what it's going to do is it's going to have you add your content. You can import from the cloud, which once again, you can go back and get those from Picasa is Google Photos. Basically, it's the same thing, but it's going to pull from your album. So if you've created an album of all the pictures or videos that you want put in your show, you can pull from there. You can pull stuff from Facebook and Instagram, but we're going to grab from my computer in the interest of time real quick. So I've just got a a folder here on my drive. We'll just go like this and grab a couple so you can just get a feel. Actually, I want to sort them by date so that they come in a. So I right-clicked in the box, click sort by, and then date. And then since I have changed that metadata, it's putting them in the order. So right now it's oldest picture or newest pictures to oldest pictures. So this is the beginning of your life to later. So I'll just select a handful and hit open, and they're going to automatically import here. While it's loading those, I'm going to show you a couple things. So you can add titles. So wherever I click, if I click here and I click add, it's going to offer for me to add a caption to that. Hang in with the girls, we'll put. So you can get a feel for that. But if I wanted to add an actual title to like the whole thing, you click that and put Thelma. You guys are going to know so much about my grandma before I'm done with this whole thing. Whoops, we're going to leave it capitalized because I don't care. And then what's great is you can move it around. So if they didn't come in the order you wanted, because as you can see, since I had them organized backwards, they went in the wrong order. I should have sorted them chronologically in list to youngest instead of this, but that's okay. We can fix it so easily and so quickly by just adjusting. So you get the idea. Then you can randomize it if you are pulling them in. A lot of times that's nice with the memorial video because someone just gives you a whole bunch of pictures and you don't really know the order. So that helps. Sometimes it doesn't, whatever. So those are a couple different options. You can pick custom effects for it. So you can actually select exactly which effect goes for that one. If you had just a certain one that you wanted for specific things. Okay, now this music library, that is actually, I'm pretty sure something that just comes with the full version, the $250 version, but it's a bunch of free music. And it's awesome if you do have that full version to use it because you can just sort. I'll show you really quickly. You can sort by like length of time. If you know about how long you want the video to be, each song, you can sort by length. You can sort by occasion and break it down into those. You can also sort by tempo or if they're instrumental or vocal. So things like that. And then literally, if I want to add something, we'll just click add to wizard. So it'll populate it in there. If I wanted to add a couple songs, I could, but I don't need to. So I can change the title of the slide here of the actual project. We're just going to type that. And then this is telling me what I picked. I can change the aspect ratio, wide or standard. The energy, you can do auto, or if you want it to be a really fast-paced one, you can do that custom and slide it up here. And that slider bar is just going to pick about the. So I'm going to want it slower because it's, you know, about her life and you want it to be basic, you know. So click continue and it will create your show for you. So obviously the more pictures you have, the longer it takes. That's why I only picked a couple so you could get the idea. And literally you are going to be amazed because you can kind of see it back here working, that it's actually putting this together as we go back here and back here. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can hear the sound, but the music I picked is terrible, but that's okay. You would listen to it, and it's called Airplane Dive Bomber. What did I expect? Anyway, but you can get the feel. I probably did it a little too slow as you watch these videos, but you can see that the effects are really pretty and just very professional looking, very soft and smooth. So after watching for a second and listening to my audio, okay, there's a couple of things I would want to fix. So I'd click that return to wizard and it would pop me back here. I could change the speed and then I could also change the music. I could just delete it and add something different, which I'm not going to take the time to do right now. But then you would once again click continue and preview. I'm going to delete a few of those because I want it to be faster. And then after that, after you're satisfied with how it looks, you can pretty much just hit complete and I'll show you. So, okay, let's say I'm satisfied. So you can run the wizard again, and what it'll do is it'll run through it again and just try different effects and different transitions. I'm going to say I'm good with it right now, so I can show you how to edit it a little bit from there. Okay, so you can see that just put together a really beautiful, awesome, amazing thing. But do you know what? I'm disappointed in the title, we'll say. So I'm going to click on this, and it's going to open up a whole box. And don't let this overwhelm you. Make sure that you, I'm going to show you the basic things you want to know, and watch those ProShow videos when you're serious about getting into this. But basically, this slide style is the main one you're going to want to focus on, because if you change the slide style, you're going to get to choose any of the captions, the title caption themes that are out there. So as you can see over here where I'm scrolling, you can see several different options, and I'm just going to pick one that's a little pretty. We'll do this one because that's kind of has the feel of what we're looking for here. So unfortunately, I have my thing in the way, so we'll move it. Okay, so I picked that one. I like it. I feel good about it, and I'm going to push OK. And then you can do the same thing with all of them. So if there's, I usually will watch it slowly, and then I'll just pick them. And if I don't love it, then I can come in, I open it up, click on that slide style if it's not already there. And then all of them are, all the slide styles are organized by different types. So what I usually do is change it to the layer. So I only have one picture on this, which is one layer. So I just want a slide or a style and effect that I feel like will be pretty, and that looks like it would be pretty. Oh yes, beautiful. So I click that apply style, and I'm done. And then I hit OK, and it updates it into the thing. So that's only if you even wanted to edit it. Usually it's going to be gorgeous without you even doing anything. In that wizard, you can add a closed one that says, you know, tribute to so-and-so, or with lots of love, or anything like that. And then when you're done, there are so many things. So once again, I refer you to the ProShow tutorial page, but there's so many options you'll have the option to do. I just want you to see that it's easy. So build, that's the phase when we added the media, but we did that all in the wizard. Design was also in there, but we pop out into this after the wizard, and we can design and add some elements. And then publish is the last one. And that's how you're going to get your video. And it's really fairly simple. You can look up here, and there's some obvious ones. You can just burn it to a DVD or a Blu-ray, send it straight to a USB drive. An executable would be something you can put on your computer and actually watch it, something that you can also put on a USB, and people can watch it, and it can have a menu, which I like to use USBs so that if they don't have a DVD player, they can still just plug it into the back of a TV. Anyway, and then I actually don't know about HTML. That's fine, whatever. YouTube and Facebook, you can actually literally publish it straight to YouTube or straight to Facebook. So all of those are awesome options, and you literally just click on it. Like YouTube's going to have you log in. It's going to have you fill in that information. You click upload to YouTube, and it's done. What I would do if you just want to put it on your computer so you can share it with different things, is this video one. And that's just going to make an MPG file, which is your basic video file. You're going to have the choice of how big of a file you want, and I would just leave it at full unless you want it to be a smaller file because you're sharing with a lot of people who are trying to share it on the internet. So leave the features as recommended, and then you'll hit save, and then save it as an MP4 here, and that's just, you can find where you want to store it on your computer, click save, and it will automatically start rendering your video, which is essentially just pulling all of those files. And I'll give that brief explanation. Any video editing program, or at least this one and others I've used, when they're using your files and you're building it, it hasn't actually made a separate copy of those files. It's just pulling them from the locations that you're actually pulling them from, instead of making a copy on your computer and filling up your computer. So when you render it, it's pulling all that data from all the different files that you used and themes and things, and it's merging it all together into one complete file. So I hope that helps and makes sense a little bit. So when it's done, it will be stored in my file that I just saved it to, and I'll be able to watch it on the computer, but we're not going to watch because rendering does take a while. You can see that it's only a few pictures in a minute or so long, and it's, or I guess, yeah, 41 seconds long, as you can see right here, or 47. So, you know, and the basics in here, one thing I didn't point out is if you wanted to watch it while you're editing it, you just click that play button and it'll all play here. I think that's fairly self-explanatory. Anyway, so I hope that gives you a feel for what you can do in a very easy way, and you can absolutely do all of that with the cheap version, ProShow Gold, and I highly recommend buying it and using it if that interests you at all. There are free versions of different programs out there for video editing, but this has been my absolute favorite one that I've found, and I've used a lot over the years. So it comes recommended. Anyway, feel free to add comments or questions at the bottom if you have any, and we will see you again later. Hope it was helpful.